All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, the GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful lake out there, pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Shema Shai. And what I want to get into today, is pretty much what we're seeing is Esau Edom is transforming, everything to his new world order agenda. He's even trying to transform the people. All right, which we're going to get into some videos that goes into that. Now, over the course of the years, through his movies, he has entertained the thought, of combining humans and machines. All right. But there's always been, the idea, of Esau Edom. And pretty much he's staking his claim, as him, being a god, and that he's not going to come down from rulership. Esau Edom has become very proud, all right, within his rulership. And what we're seeing this man doing is trying to transform, all right, everything and everyone, to the likeness of his image, because if he can transform, everything, to digital, to his technology, if he can combine, creation with his technology, he can have more control, and he can really, play their role as the Most High. That's why he's trying to be all seeing, all knowing. All right. This man, he's very, all right, he's very deep, into his thoughts, and can a brother post 1 Peter 4:7, and let's get Psalm 64, and then we'll go into the videos, let's get Psalm 64, let's get to the point. Psalm 64, 5 and 6. Yep, Psalm 64, 5 and 6. I cue these videos up. But yeah, man, your boy, all right. Unc trying to take it there, man. And this man is real life, a madman. And you just understand what he's up to. Now, we are limited into what we can go into, but we're gonna touch on a few things, on the surface of what this man is doing. All right. Now I've been watching this guy, this channel they call for uprising. He's been pretty, on it lately, and I've been kind of watching his videos, and we're gonna play the first couple minutes of a few of his videos, and we'll go from there. Let me cue this one up.
Hey, if you work a 9 to 5 and you want out, check this out. How much money did you make last week?
$3,000.
What about the week before?
5.
For an uprising.
All right. So this is the brother Gashan 72. 1 Peter 4:7 says, "But the end of all things is at hand. Be you there sober, watch unto prayer." Yeah, see, we're at the very end, all right, of this current rulership, and we're coming into the beginning of ours. And what Esau Edom is doing, he's trying to upset, what is written, So we're watching pretty much everything intensify, and this man, pretty much, fast track his new world order agenda, man. He's really, all right, making major moves, with his enchantments, with his financial system, with the order out of chaos, it's getting more, chaotic, as we speak. All right. And this man is fast tracking, his enterprise, which is going to fail. You see, when you go to Psalms 64 and 5, it says, This is Brother Gashan 72. It said they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You see? Then this is what Esau was doing. He's laying so many snares for people in so many different, so many different sectors of society. There's a snare laid for you, man. All right, the way you think, the way you eat. All right, what you consider, as medicine. Everything is just some type of snare, man. What you think a relationship is, everything is some type of snare. All right, lifestyle. All these things are snares, man. That lead to destruction. And this man has them all over his society, man. All right. This is Psalm 64:6. It says, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Yeah, this man is deep, all right, into his wickedness, man. And we're going to play some clips, and get into it. All right. Well, this man is going deep, all right, into his bag of wickedness. All right. Everybody talking about they bag different. Well, Esau, his wickedness, his bag of wickedness is different, than anyone else. All right. So let's play this.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I wanted to cover this music video by The Weeknd because it has to do with the black goo. To a sense, it has to do with transhumanism, connecting humans with machines. Again, this is something we hear them openly talk about at the World Economic Forum. So much so that they literally have said that they want to eliminate money, that they want men and technology to become one. They want the internet inside of you. And this is stuff that we've seen in the Matrix, right? And we're living in the Matrix. A lot more truth in the movies and the television shows than there are on the news. And that's a fact. So this song is called Moth to a Flame, this video and song. And of course, the expression moth to a flame is commonly used in reference. I'm sure you've heard it before. And someone's like moth to a flame. It's commonly used in reference to someone being attracted to someone or something that will hurt or even kill them. So how ironic, right? That we see this transhuman video where all of these things look like Prometheus, from the movie Prometheus, which, of course,
and what Esau Edom has done, even the term, that he's using, moth to a flame, which is I think one of the Weeknd video, which we know he's a heavy, puppet, of the Illuminati. But what this man is doing, he's made, wickedness so attractive, like he said, like moth to a flame is a term used, when someone or something is attracted to something that can hurt them, and Esau Edom, he has pretty much mastered on how to make wickedness look appealing. All right, that's why you have women, that's attracted to thought culture, because you see all these Instagram models, being flown out, driving, 6-figure cars, and wearing designer. He makes that lifestyle, attractive. All right, street culture, nigga culture. He makes it attractive because you see these niggas, with all type of money and different women and street fame and clout. He makes it attractive. The alphabet people. He makes these things attractive. He makes light of it through through comedy, through TV. But he makes wickedness attractive. He makes death attractive. Technology that destroys you, he makes it attractive, man. And a lot of people are addicted, to these things, man. All right, even we have things that we battle, within the flesh. You see, and what this man does, he pretty much makes it very convenient, for wickedness, man. But he makes it so appealing and attractive. All right, matter of fact, get this. It's from the brother Prince of Yahweh 6. It says, "Deliver me, O my power, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man." And see, that's pretty much our plea to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, is to be delivered from this wicked man and all his traps and snares that he has laid in the earth, man. you know, and that's why it's important, to really, detach, from particular things and, apply restraint. All right, which we're all, we battle things, but we don't want to be overcome by the flesh, man, because this is a society where people, are just indulging in wickedness, man.
Features the black goo, and these are the demons and the things that they're bringing over. This is humanity, of course, being connected to this machine. And just take a look. I mean, it's almost laughable at this point. I mean, you remember obviously the scene in the Matrix, which I'll show you in a second, where Neo and all these people are now in the future hooked up to these machines.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meeting starts in 10 minutes. Or you're cramming for an exam the night before, but can't bear to keep your eyes open to read one more textbook.
Machines, and that's the new world that they live in, right? And of course, The Weeknd, if you're not familiar with who he is, he did the Super Bowl halftime show, which I covered and exposed. I've exposed some of his videos over the years, which obviously in hindsight aren't extremely important things, just filled with signs and symbols. Although one of the last ones he did, of course, was a tribute to fear and loathing in Las Vegas. I believe the name of it is the Hunter S. Thompson movie about Hunter S. Thompson's life. He was one of the most deplorable human beings, if you want to call him that has ever lived. Of course, it stars his butt buddy, Johnny Depp, and it's about adrenochrome. That's what the movie's about. It glorifies it. So people have seen it, and they're like, oh, it's so cool. I'd love to try it. It's like acid. It's really disturbing stuff. I have videos on it. I'm not even sure if they're still up here on YouTube. I'm pretty sure one of them at least is over on my website. But that's this is the type of stuff that they do. So he's paying homage of what is to come. And of course, using the expression like moth to flames. Because that's all this stuff is right in front of your face. He's not using the expression like moth to flames because, he could very well obviously be a flamer, but he's not using it for no reason whatsoever. This music video doesn't fit in with this because these people are going to be attracted to this technology, want this technology, and like moths to flames, are going to end up dooming themselves like most people are right now with a specific potion. Right? So let's take a look at some of the things going on in the video, which are pretty interesting. Now, the video is basically, they show the morphing, which almost looks like the morphing of, these aliens and these demons, I should say, excuse me, and humans mixing, which we know in the Bible has occurred. We know we're living now in the days of, as in the days of Noah, right? These aren't things that should surprise anyone. And like I said, being attracted to someone or something that will hurt or even kill them. And how many times have we heard with the quantum computers, right? I talked about that guy, I call him just call him Dr. Frankenstein, who was talking about how these things that we're bringing over aren't even going to like us and might even want to run us over, destroy us. Man, it's a great idea. Let's do that. Well, the rest of society thinks that all of this stuff that we talk about is all make-believe, conspiracy, tinfoil hat stuff, even though everything we've discussed has come to fruition. We were talking about the magic potions before the outbreak. It's been a big topic for decades. And now that it's here, it's like, oh, please. It's just constantly, oh, please. And then when it happens, they're so prideful. They just go, you don't know what you're talking. Yeah, okay. Well, it's totally different than what you were saying. Oh, yeah? Talking about the destruction of the economy, talking about FEMA camps, right? Because take a look at Australia, martial law, all of this stuff that's coming. Right. Well, these are ways that they show you what's coming, and they rub it in your face, and they laugh in the faces of these pathetic people who worship them and worship the ground that these celebrities walk on, these false idols that the Bible warns about. So you see man mixing here, and then you see all of these demon things, right? They're covered in white, and again, doesn't it look very oddly familiar with these cords coming out of them like this?
And this is, where you get that term unplugging, from the Matrix, man. Because pretty much Esau, he wants to lock you into his internet of things. All right, he wants to put you fully on this grid, all the way down to your thoughts, your conscience. He wants nothing to be hidden, from him. All right. When the scriptures say that this man thinks in his heart that he really thinks that he's the Most High, man, that he's on a on a mission, to try to pretty much showcase that in the earth, man. All right. This man has to be stopped.
And of course, it looks oddly familiar because that's what they're referencing. They're showing you what the world and what society is going to be. And people are, they see this and they're like, oh, call this crazy conspiracy. And then when this actually goes down the way that it's going to go down, they're just going to still sit there and go, yeah, but, no, you're still a crazy. I mean, it's just, that's what we're living in right now. Like I said a million times, we have a society that thinks you're phobic to certain things. If you don't agree, they just label you that literally wants to do bottom surgeries and stuff on themselves. I mean, it's unbelievable. So you see all the cords, right? And you see these things tied up. Then you see them all gathered together. And of course, you have people who still resemble humans walking around with masks on. And that, again, makes me think about what I've been saying in regards to the masks and the cooling of the atmosphere. And of course, how the masks aren't going away. But, it's not a coincidence that they have a guy people walking through these demonic beings wearing masks. Okay? It's not coincidentally done there.
And what we're witnessing, pretty much being played out on the earth, is a satanic ritual. That's why, enchantments, are increasing, man. This is a very, demonic time that we're living in, man. These masks, all right, the 6 feet apart, all these things go back, to satanic, rituals, and this man is pretty much enforcing it on the global scale.
He didn't go, wear your mask because we need to be C19 proof safe on set, because the Weeknd's not wearing one, and neither are any of these demonic entities who are all connected to machinery. And then, of course, you see at the end, they're all laying there. They're all connected to their machines, laying down as the cords are all, the people like the Weeknd, like he's got them all wrapped around him. I mean, this is the reality that, I understand that people see it and they're like, this is just like a sci-fi movie. It doesn't make sense. It's never going to be like that. If you can't see the massive switch in the way the world is headed, the switch has been hit. Things aren't the same. And why do you think so many people are miserable and depressed right now? Because a lot of people know it's not going back to the way it was. And they can't really figure out why. They don't know what's.
And the scriptures speak about that. He's talking about people.
Let us take a sightseeing tour.
Discover the world of the French Dispatch.
Bit of sports, bit of crime, bit of politics.
It's a rocket ship ride to your cinematic soul.
Do students of the table dream in flavor?
What's going on? Like, politics and these. What do you think that they're?
Now you talked about people being depressed. Pretty much they didn't hit a switch. Because they've gone into the next phase, all right, of their agenda, and now they're in another phase, all right, and they're trying to close this thing out. You see, now if a brother could put Isaiah, chapter 24. Let's start it. All right. Isaiah 24 and start at 4. Yeah, Isaiah 24, verse 4 and 5, and we'll read that, and I'll play this, until the brother get it up. Let's play a few more seconds of this, a few more minutes of this, and then we'll go to the other one.
They're doing. What do you think that they're doing? This is about control. This is about the change, the transformation. Okay, that's another trigger word. Transformation. See the transformation in this video? I've been talking about it for years. The transformation is a common term always used. Transformation. Rihanna's anti-diary. which I've said a million times, do another video on, because that was the very first video I did, and it's long scrubbed off the internet. But the entire video is about.
But another thing dealing with transformation. Now you have the alphabet people, you have the alphabets and what they stand for. All right. But then, what is the most prominent out of all the alphabets? What is the one, that's most sensitive? All right. And Dave Chappelle, spoke on some things which we know he set up, and that's nothing but another enchantment. They're gonna spin it, in some way and use it as an enchantment. All right. But when you come to the T people, all right, when you come to the letter T, all right, when you go in, which is, all right, that word transformation, is within, all right, that, group of people, the alphabet people, he's really pushing that, because that's him saying he can transcend what is. That's his ultimate, display of him transforming what is, transcending what is. You see, this man, he's taking it there, man.
Out the transformation that's coming, and it's got Lady Gaga and other people's voices used in it and talking about the transformation. Some people have seen it and they're just like, oh, this is a spooky looking anti-guy. It's about the Antichrist, the coming of the Antichrist. It's all revealed in front of everyone. It's just that there's so many young people out there, and I shouldn't even.
All right, let's go to another one. I'm gonna get these precepts, and then we're gonna go to another video. But yeah, man, we're seeing this man trying to transform the earth, to Satan, man. This is Isaiah 24:4 said, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. Yeah, and that goes into what? People being depressed, anxiety, just sad, and this is a very gloomy, energy in the earth, man. And that's because of this rulership. And the energy that this man is pushing forth in the earth, man, this man, is trying to transform what is. All right. This man is doing some heavy wickedness in the earth, man, and people make light of it. All right. That's why, the scriptures talk about what? A new heaven, a new rulership, and a new earth, man. It's going to be a completely different vibration when there's a righteous rulership, man. There's going to be a completely different energy in the earth, man. And I'm excited to see it. I'm excited, Lord, will I can be a part of it, man. We can be a part of it, man, if we endure. You see, this ain't it. This Isaiah 24:5, it said, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants or the rulers, you see, which, puts their vibration on the inhabitants. All right. It said the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Yeah, because he goes directly against, what is. All right. Here it is. Food is perfectly fine. Doesn't need to be tampered with, and this man alters the food. All right. Alters the seed, alters, all right, the water. Everything was perfectly fine, but this man is going through the earth altering, and calling himself modifying things, and he's destroying it, man. He turned everything that's for life into death, man. You see? And now he's going another step farther by trying to transform people, man, into what he wants. All right? So let's go from there. Let's get another one. All right, now this one is gonna go.
These $60 Japanese smart patches are taking the world by storm. Just apply them before bed and wake up feeling refreshed and clear as you peel off decades of built-up chemicals and toxins.
There you go. Where does that come from?
Doing scientific experiments with it. And of course.
All right, so now he's going to talk about, graphene. Now it's rumored, all right, that graphene, is one of the ingredients, all right, within this potion, within the juice. You see, and pretty much what graphene can do, it can coat. They're speculating that they're using. The truth is speculate that they're using the graphene, all right, to pretty much, break your brain barrier and coat your mind, all right, pretty much coat, your brain, where they're able, all right, to send frequencies and signals directly to your brain. This man is trying to transform you. You see, people are taking this man lightly, running up and lining up and laughing and playing, just so they can, all right, go to Starbucks, all right, or the Waffle House, but they don't understand what this man is doing, all right, to people, man. It's gonna be real bad for you people that have trusted Esau, man. It's gonna be horrible, all right. But he's gonna go into the graphene, and kind of go into it, dealing with the video with Lady Gaga, because they show it. I think this video from 2015, man, they been had these things in the making. They're just, have hit the play button on their agenda. All right. Now he's knee deep, all right, into his agenda, man. All right. He saw deep in his bag.
Welcome to today's show. I've been meaning to do this video. Obviously, I've been covering this thing called graphene, this really cool thing that we're seeing a lot of, that they're calling the miracle. They're just calling it a modern day miracle. Let's put it that way. And of course, it's been somehow, not covered by many mainstream media outlets, of course, and they don't want to bring attention to it because they don't want anyone to start putting pieces together. But that's what we do here, is we put pieces together, right? A lot of truthers have been talking about graphene for years and years and years, since they started doing scientific experiments with it. And of course, with everything that's happened, a lot of people realized that that was how they were planning on getting graphene inside of people's bodies. I'm going to show you a clip here of graphene in action, and you can see it magnetized and what happens to it. And then I'm going to show you a very interesting video clip from Lady Gaga. And you can see how they've been preparing people for this for quite some time.
Now, this is the graphene, he's experimenting with the graphene. He's showing an experiment with graphene with a magnet, and this is, rumored to be, within, all right, the the potion. And I've seen a lot of videos, they're saying pretty much the same thing, man. So it's a great chance that this is inside everyone, that has complied. All right. So we're just going to see what it does, and then he's going to link it up, with that video, then we're going to go on to something else, man.
Ready to start eating healthier? Meet Kachava. Kachava is the world's healthiest all-in-one meal shake.
So what a neat substance, right? Just imagine like if somehow, you could be controlled by magnetism, right? Or even electromagnetic waves, right? Now, what could do that? I don't know. Maybe some type of really strong tower that gives that off, but that's another story for.
Now, that strong tower, all right, we know, what those towers are, all right. Now, it's another video I want to do. I'm about to do it on the other platform where, this guy, he's going in. It's about 23-minute videos. It got a few bones in it, because I think he's a Christian as well. All right. These Edomite Christians be diligent, on their research, and searching the devil out, because this man, is Esau wilding, man. So he goes into it, more detail. Lord will, I can do that video, sometime soon. But yeah, man. All right, he's put something in you where pretty much he can control it from the outside of you. He's putting something in you that he can control from the outside of you. All right, you figure it out.
For another day, because we don't want people to, their brains to fry, because the people who think that this is all giant conspiracy, who again are the same people we've been warning for years and years and years about all of this stuff that was to come, and now it's all here, and they still think we're all crazy because, well, they don't have brains. Their brains fry. They're playing too many video games. Now, this is Lady Gaga. It's interesting to note, you saw in that clip how the graph was pulling, right? It almost looked like it was spikes, right? Now there's that word again, spikes. Where do we hear spikes from? It's almost like a spike protein kind of a thing, huh? Right? I've heard that word before. But you saw how it was very spiky, right? Well, take a look at this video from Lady Vomit Bag, also known as Lady Gaga, as she shows her this was her new perfume at the time called Fame. I believe this was back in 2015 or 16. She got a Fame, which probably smells like something that came out of her rear end. Can't imagine how cheap this smells, but Fame. And what would Fame have to do with black goo? Well, nothing really, but this is them showing you what the future holds, and people see this stuff and they go, oh, that's artistic. We have a what looks like a crown, but it's really like the spiky black goo in the video. We have her covered in the black goo, people covered in the black goo. Yeah, it has everything to do with a perfume. Huh?
Now, this is a Lady Gaga video, and you see how, they showing you the reaction, of graphene, to a magnet, as we just seen. All right, you remember, how that graphene was reacting, how it was spiking up, and the, the shapes it was taking. But in this Lady Gaga video, it's pretty much, a display of that, You look at that, what the hell, does that have to do with a perfume, But you seen the graphene effects, the crown, the spikes on it, and pretty much they just put these things in your face because who's going to link that together, And then even when people are told, because people are so damn stupid and dumbed down, all right, you can't tell them anything, all right. So at the end of the day, the masses, are being led to a slaughter. All right. They're being led to a slaughterhouse, and thinking that they're doing something, all right, to save themselves. Like that video I played earlier, with Jake, all right, was he was just losing his damn mind, in Walmart about the mask. And that's a nigga who think he's doing society a service by taking a potion, man. All right, Esau Edom has a heavy enchantment on the masses, and to think that they're saving their lives, all right, by choosing to allow this man to transform them into something else, man. That's why a lot of people that have, taking the juice, they don't even feel human anymore. You see, this man is putting things in people that's transforming them, man. All right, so I'm gonna let's see, leave here. I'm gonna share the scriptures real quick, and I'm gonna come back to one more video. I need to look up the Bible. Let's see real quick. And this is, Esau Edom pretty much saying he is. All right. This is him, boasting, all right, that he is, as the scriptures say he would do. And this all ties into prophecy, because one thing about the Bible gives you the mind, all right, of Esau Edom. Now, when you go to, all right, you're going to get 2 Thessalonians, and we're just going to read, all right, a little bit of 2 Thessalonians, because Apostle Paul pretty much, he broke down pretty much a lot of history, within a few precepts. All right, he covered hundreds of years, all right, of history, one precept, several hundred years of history, one precept, Now, when you go to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, it said, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for their day shall not come, except there come a falling away first." And that falling away, started, in 70 AD when we was ran, out of our land, and you had people being scattered, into the interior, northern Western Africa, and we started to fall away. Now there still was, you had our forefathers keeping a remnant, keeping some of our customs and laws. They knew they was Hebrews, all right. Even a lot when you go to the slave, documents, a lot of them had Hebrew names, with Yah, a lot of their names had Yah in it, all right. But overall, that was the beginning of the falling away. And when Esau came into power, there was, pretty much when he just, destroyed who we were as a people, So that great falling away had to come. It took some time, but it came. We just completely fell away, from who we were. All right. It says, "And the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." All right. The son of perdition. And this is what's happening. This man, is being revealed, on an all-time high. All right. He is being made known, who the man of sin and the son of perdition is. The 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, "who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And this is what this man is doing in the earth. Here it is, your body already has an immune system. He said, look, I can, let me get inside you. I can upgrade your immune response. The food's already, good. He like, no, let me splice this gene. Let me do this. Let me take the seeds out of it. All right, that'll be convenient for you. Marriage between man and a woman. No, that's we can't limit it to that. That's restriction. Let's do this. Let's add this to it. Let's add that to it. Let's add this letter to it. This how this man operates, man. He, pretty much is telling the Most High how creation should be. And then it's to the point where he look, well, I'm in power. I'ma just do it. He's like, I'ma just do it. Yeah, I ain't restricted. I'm a God. I'ma just do it. You see? And that's the energy he's coming in to the point. I'ma just transform people. I don't care how their DNA was made, and I don't care about, I'm finna merge them with my technology. Do what I want to do. You see? And that's the energy, all right, it's gonna get him embarrassed on the global scale when the Most High really put pressure on this man, But before that, he gonna put the spirit on him to put pressure in the earth, man. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:5 says, remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, and now ye know that what withholdeth, that he might be revealed, all right, in his time. And it's that time now. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work, because you had the Edomites in power, and as the Romans then, all right, and those Caesars, and you go into the history, with those Caesars, they had the God complex. There was a lot of, Christians, all right, the true Christians, the Israelites that follow Yahushua, especially within the Roman Empire, those Greek, city states, they will be put to death, martyred for not worshiping the Caesar, because why? They became followers of Yahushua, and they will refuse, to bow, to Caesar and those pagan, gods of Rome at the time, man. You see, it says only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. So the Most High is allowing this man to reach a certain point, and then he's going to be removed completely out the way, through Yahushua. And it says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, beginning with the prophets, with the words of Yahweh Shema Shah through the prophets, is tearing down strongholds, man. It's spiritually breaking this place down, and that's why Esau know he has to get a move on. All right, it says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. All right, when that word working goes to energia, all right, which is energy of Satan, with all powers and signs and lying wonders. And this is his technology, which is deceiving the masses. Going back to that first video, like a moth to a flame, the masses of people, were pretty much, all right, the masses of people are pretty much attracted, to Satan. Esau has made people, attracted, to Satan, man. All right. And it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth. And this speaking to you tribes, man, that they might be saved. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. All right. And we see the masses why people believe a damn lie. They're wandering after the beast, fighting to uphold wickedness, Verse 12 said that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness, man. And our people will have pleasure in this society. Our people don't see nothing past this. All right, the nigga woman, this is her. She has, inheritance with Esau. If she is adverse to righteousness, hey, they excel, they're exalted, and they have a pleasure in it. All right, niggas have a pleasure in this society, man. And they don't want nothing else. They just want all right. They just want a decent portion, enough to make it, maybe a little extra. They can wiggle around a little bit, and they good, man. They don't care what's going on around them, man. All right. But I got one more video, and this is from the brother Elder Yashawamba. I'm gonna get this one, and let's see. Okay, this will be the last one. All right. Because I don't know if you brothers and sisters have heard, but Facebook, all right, is changing, its name, to Meta. I think that's the name of it, Meta. All right, hold on.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
All right, so like Facebook has changed its name to Meta, and and Esau he's taking it there. He transforming the world, into Satan. All right, I'm gonna rewind this back. And we let this play. All right, let me get this preset real quick. This is brother Nathan Yawasop, and it says John 3:19 says, and this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds, all right, were evil. You see, and you have the masses, that have taken a liking unto this current, society, man, of wickedness, man, because I say it's convenient, to pleasure the flesh, but this place is full of filth. When you realize, what we're in, man, this is a very filthy, society, man, but our people love it, man. But I'm gonna play this, dealing with Facebook, all right, and it's just another, transformation that this man is going through. That's why, if you can, don't be too, indulge, into these things, man, these social media sites, and it's good to, take a break from these things, man. It's an energy on these things. All right.
And as always, we give peace and salutations unto the elect. And this is going to be brief. But Facebook, all right, this whatever this guy is, I don't know if he's a hybrid or clone, whatever. He has a weird look to him. But anyway, this guy, Mark Zuckerberg, okay, is changing the name of Facebook to Meta, all right, which is a Greek term. Now, for those of you who have been in the spirit, over the last couple of years, you've noticed an influx of Greco-Roman terminology. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. All right. And we know everything is not by chance. Okay. It says Mark Zuckerberg announces to rebrand as it moves to the metaverse. All right. Now, meta is a Greek term. We'll look that up in just a minute. But it says, farewell, Facebook, hello, Meta. CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced Thursday that Facebook, the company, is changing its name to Meta to reflect its growing focus on the metaverse. Not the universe, the metaverse. He made the announcement during the company's annual Connect conference streaming Thursday. It says our brand is so tightly linked to one product that it can't possibly represent everything we're doing today, let alone the future. Though its vision is expanding to virtual spaces where people interact via digital avatars, Facebook said it's not changing its corporate structure, but it's changing its name to Meta. All right, now when you look up the term Meta, all right, Meta is a word which, like so many other things, we have the ancient Greeks to thank for. Now, if you understand the scriptures, you know that you're living in the ancient Greco-Roman Empire all over again. Okay. It says when it is used, meta meant beyond or after. Beyond. Among, with after in Latin. Let's see, let's type this in. So what do you all get from this? Meta comes from Greek prefix and preposition meta, which means after or beyond. Okay. What are they going beyond? Want to know what you brothers think?
So we're gonna get it.
Meta is a prefix meaning more comprehensive or transcending. Transcending. So what are they trying to go beyond? Most High? What do you all think?
So let's get a precept. We're gonna go into the blue letter. All right. Let's share the blue letter real quick. So Esau Edom, he calls himself going beyond, transcendent. You hear that term, thrown around. All right. But Esau Edom, he's trying to take it there, man. This is the technological, Tower of Babel. All these heathens get to a certain point where they think they can transcend, what is. They can remix, what is. Now when you get Isaiah 14 and 13, all right, this is the mindset of Esau Edom, beginning with who the elites, all right, the thinkers, the warlocks and witches who are heavy, into this left-hand energy. So when you read Isaiah 14 and 13, it said, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. All right. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation, the sides of the north. And who are the stars of the Most High? Israel, man. The sons of the power. But Esau said, look, I'm going to exalt myself above them. They're the sons of God. Well, I'm going to exalt myself above them. And that's why his whole agenda within the society is keeping, the men of the nation of Israel so beaten down, confused, emasculated, you know, as he attempts to transcend, all right, what does he do? He destroys, the men of Israel in every way, even putting the women of the nation above the men, all right? It says, I will also set up on the mount of the congregation the sides of the north, and it's mainly, in North America where, you have a bulk of all the tribes, mixed. Now, let's get that word of sin. One brief verse 14, we'll get that word of sin. It says, I will extend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like, all right, the Most High. You see that? I will be like the Most High, man. That's what he's trying to do, all right, through tech. So like, that's what he's trying to do through technology. Now let's get that word of sin. In the Hebrew, which is Allah, all right, Allah, and it says to go up, to ascend, to climb, all right. It says to go up, over, to rise, of natural phenomenon, and this is the main point. When you go down to these two definitions, it says to go up, over, to extend of boundary. You see, because the scriptures say he has bounds that he cannot pass, but Esau is trying to extend that boundary. All right. In Job 14:5, if a brother can post it, it says to go up, over, to extend, all right, of boundary, to excel, be superior to. All right. This man is trying to go beyond, all right, his boundaries. That's why you have, with transhumanism, what is the symbol? All right, H plus. You see, H plus. All right, and he thinks that he's going to go above the bounds, that have been set. You see, this is what we're this is what we're witnessing in the earth real time, man. All right, people look at this man, just a guy in a suit with a lot of money, and he's just trying to, dumb you down so he can stay rich. No, this man is trying to ascend, all right, beyond, his bounds, man. All right. It's from the brother Bayan Yashala, Job 14:5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Well, Esau like, no, I'm going to pass them bounds. I'm going to pass them boundaries, man. All right, so this man is finna go head up with Yahweh Bashim al-Shah, man. What he's attempting to do, this man is finna lose big time, man. All right, as many other heathens have before. He's nothing special or different. You see? Because when you read on, all right, what does it say? All right, the Most High addressed this man, within the next scripture. All right. All right, Isaiah 14:14 says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Yeah, see, this man is going to be brought, all right, to a real low condition, man. This man is going to go from ruling, having sovereignty, because that's why he's able to tamper with all these things, because he's in his sovereignty, man. He has free time. Everyone else, has to work and labor. He's in his free time. All right. Well, he's going to be brought from that status to hell, man, which is captivity, man. All right. From all this tampering and trying to do this and do that and transcend and putting graphene in people and this and I am saying I am the Most High. See, no, you finna go into captivity, man. You need to be put in. This guy has to be put in chains, man. You see, but that was the point. You know, I just wanted to, bring it out. You know, go over these things, man. We're witnessing this man trying to transform the earth, man. All right, and this man is finna go hard body, all right, to try to overthrow what's written, to try to offset what's written, So you brothers and you sisters, man, just stay circumspect. All right. This man is on the move, prepare to see some things, in the coming, days, months, weeks, expect the end of the year to end with a bang. All right. And just be, aware, spiritually aware. Be circumspect, what you're around, what you're exposed to, and just keep it simple, man. All right. Keep it simple because there's a lot of madness going on in the earth. So Lord will you brothers and you few sisters edified till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, Bible Ball, DTA soon, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Shah.